This video explains the flow of information during central web authentication of a WLAN client. Web authentication can be performed in multiple ways on Cisco WLC. In local web authentication, authentication occurs on Cisco WLC either with a local database or an external database. In central web authentication, authentication occurs on Cisco ISE, which is a policy server, and Cisco WLC redirects all HTTP traffic to Cisco ISE. Cisco ISE is configured to use MAC Authentication Bypass or MAB. This allows Cisco ISE to return an access accept message to Cisco WLC, even if the MAC address of a connecting device is unknown to Cisco ISE. When a WLAN client is associating with a Central Web Authentication SSID, Cisco WLC sends an access request message to Cisco ISE, requesting access for the device, even if the MAC address of the client is unknown to Cisco ISE. As Cisco ISE is configured with MAB, Cisco ISE does not reject the client and instead sends an access accept message back to Cisco WLC. The pre-authentication ACL and guest portal URL are pushed from Cisco ISE to Cisco WLC. The client is now connected to the network and the client state is Central Web Auth. When the user tries to browse the internet, Cisco WLC redirects the client to the guest portal URL on Cisco ISE. In the Central Web Authentication window that is displayed, the user enters the username and password. Cisco ISE authenticates the user and sends the Change of Authorization or COA message to Cisco WLC to indicate that the user is valid. Cisco WLC de-authenticates the client and the client rejoins the network. Cisco WLC sends an access request to Cisco ISE. Cisco ISE sends back an access accept message. Cisco ISE changes the matching policies and the client state changes to run. The user is prompted to access the network.
This video explains how to configure Central Web Authentication using a Cisco Wireless Controller or Cisco WLC and a Cisco Identity Services Engine or Cisco ISE. To configure Central Web Authentication, the following components are required: a Cisco Wireless Controller, a lightweight access point, a wireless adapter, a switch to connect Cisco WLC to the LWAP, a reachable Cisco ISE server. To configure Central Web Authentication, ensure that these prerequisites are met: a Cisco WLC configured for basic operation, a reachable DHCP and DNS servers with internet access available, lightweight access points registered with Cisco WLC and LWAP interfaces configured in trunk mode, a WLAN client with HTML browser with JavaScript enabled, a Cisco ISE server configured with groups and identities. Here is an overview of tasks for Central Web Authentication. For ease of use and understanding, each of these steps are described in individual videos that make up a series. First, Cisco WLC is configured. Configure Cisco WLC with Cisco ISE IP address, shared secret, and other information. Configure a FlexConnect redirect access control list to allow traffic to and from Cisco ISE. Create a VLAN interface. Create a WLAN instance associated with a VLAN interface. Disable security policies. Configure the Cisco ISE server details and enable MAC filtering, radius NAC, and AAA override. Then Cisco ISE is configured. Configure Cisco ISE with Cisco WLC IP address, shared secret, and other information. Create an authentication rule to accept all MAC authentication requests from Cisco WLC and to continue authentication even if a user is not found. Create an authorization profile for Central Web Authentication and associate it to the Redirect Access Control list configured on Cisco WLC. Create an authorization policy for registered guest users and an authorization policy for MAC authentication bypass. Configure an access point for FlexConnect. Finally, a WLAN is connected and monitored on Cisco WLC. Configure a WLAN client for web authentication. Connect WLAN clients to the network and monitor them on Cisco WLC. We can now move on to the actual configuration of Central Web Authentication. This video shows you how to configure Cisco WLC with Cisco ISE IP address and other related information. In the Cisco WLC Web UI top menu, click the Security tab. In the left navigation pane, click Radius and then Authentication to display a list of configured Radius servers. In the Radius Authentication Servers window that is displayed, click New in the top right corner. In the Radius Authentication Servers new window that is displayed, enter the IP address of Cisco ISE. In the Shared Secret field, enter the secret key. Ensure that the same value is configured later in Cisco ISE. For more information, refer to the video Configuring Cisco ISE with Cisco WLC. Retain the default value of port number. Choose Enabled from Server Status drop-down list. From the Support for RFC 3576 drop-down list, choose Enabled. Check the Enabled checkbox for the Network User field. Retain the default values for all the other parameters. Click Apply. This completes the configuration of Cisco WLC with Cisco ISE details. This video shows you how to create a redirect access control list on Cisco WLC to permit traffic to and from Cisco ISE. In the Cisco WLC Web UI top menu, click the Security tab. In the left navigation pane, click Access Control Lists and then FlexConnect ACLs. In the window that is displayed, click New in the top right corner. In the Access Control List new window, enter a name in the Access Control List name field. Click Apply. In the Access Control Lists window that is displayed, click the name of the newly created access control list. Now define the access control list rules to permit packets to and from Cisco ISE. In the Access Control List Edit window that is displayed, click Add New Rule in the top right corner. Enter 1 in the Sequence Number field. From the Action drop-down list, choose Permit. From the Destination drop-down list, choose IP address. In the IP address field that appears, enter the Cisco ISE IP address. In the Net Mask field, enter 255.255.255.255. You can retain the default values for all the other fields. Click Apply. In the Access Control List Edit window that is displayed, click Add New Rule in the top right corner. Enter 2 in the sequence number field. From the Action drop-down list, choose Permit. From the Source drop-down list, choose IP address. In the IP address field that appears, enter the Cisco ISE IP address. In the Net Mask field, enter 255.255.255.255. Retain the default values for all the other fields. Click Apply. Define the access control list rules to deny all the other packets to and from the Cisco WLC. In the access control list edit window that is displayed, click Add New Rule in the top right corner. Enter 3 in the sequence number field. From the Action drop-down list, choose Deny. Retain the default values for all the other fields. Click Apply. Click Back. This completes the creation of the Redirect FlexConnect Access Control list. This video shows you how to add a WLAN instance, configure it with a WLAN interface, disable security policies, configure the Cisco ISE server details, and enable MAC filtering, radius NAC, and AAA override. In the Cisco WLC Web UI top menu, click the WLANs tab. In the WLANs window that is displayed, choose Create New from the drop-down list on the top right corner. Click Go. In the WLANs new window that is displayed, choose WLAN from the Type drop-down list. In the Profile Name field, enter a name for the WLAN. Enter a WLAN SSID in the SSID field. Click Apply. In the WLAN's edit window that is displayed, enable the WLAN by checking the status checkbox. From the Interface/Interface Group drop-down list, choose the WLAN interface that you created earlier. For more information, refer to the video titled Creating a WLAN Interface. You can retain the default values for all the other fields. Now, click the Security tab. Then, click the Layer 2 tab. Check the MAC filtering checkbox. Choose None from the Security drop-down list. Click the Layer 3 tab. Choose None from the Layer 3 Security drop-down list. Now click the AAA Servers tab. Under Radius Servers, choose the configured Radius server from the Authentication Servers drop-down list. Retain the default values for all the other fields. Click the Advanced tab. Check the Allow AAA Override checkbox. Choose Radius NAC from the NAC State drop-down list. In the FlexConnect section, check the FlexConnect Local Switching checkbox. Click Apply. Now, click Back. In the WLANs window that is displayed, under Security Policies, ensure that MAC filtering is enabled for the WLAN. This completes the configuration of the WLAN instance on Cisco WLC. This video shows you how to configure Cisco WLC IP address, shared secret, and other information. In the Cisco ISE Web UI top menu, hover over the Administration tab and click Network Devices under Network Resources. In the Network Devices window that is displayed, click Add. In the Name field, enter a name to identify your Cisco WLC device. Enter an IP address and then prefix length. Enter a shared secret. Ensure that the same value is configured on Cisco WLC. For more information, refer to the video titled Configuring Cisco WLC with a Cisco ISE. Scroll down and click Submit. This completes the configuration of Cisco ISE with Cisco WLC. This video shows you how to create an authentication rule on the Cisco ISE to accept all the MAC authentications from Cisco WLC and to continue authentication even if users are not found. In the Cisco ISE Web UI top menu, hover your mouse over Policy and from the drop-down list that is displayed, choose Authentication. Ensure that the Rule-Based Radio button is checked. In the Authentication Policy window that is displayed, click Edit button in the right to modify the default MAB rule or click the Edit drop-down list to add a new row. This video shows you how to add a new row. In the Standard Rule field, enter the name of the authentication rule. In the If field, click the plus sign. Click the Select Existing Condition from Library button that is displayed. If this button is not displayed, proceed to the next step. Click the Select Condition drop-down arrow. In the Authentication Conditions dialog box that is displayed, click Compound Condition. Now, click Wired MAB in the Compound Condition dialog box that is displayed. Click the drop-down arrow at the end of the row. From the drop-down list that is displayed, choose Add Condition from Library to add a second condition. From the new row that is added, click the Select Condition drop-down arrow. Repeat these steps to add wireless MAB. From the AND or OR drop-down list, choose OR. Click the minus sign to close the window. Click the plus sign in the Use field. Click the Identity Source drop-down arrow that is displayed and choose Internal Endpoints from the Identity Source List dialog box. From the If User Not Found drop-down list, choose Continue. Click the minus sign to close the window. From the Allow Protocols drop-down list, choose Allowed Protocols and then Default Network Access. Click Done. Now scroll down and click Save. This completes the configuration of the required authentication rule. This video shows you how to create an authorization profile on Cisco ISE, configure it for central web authentication, and associate it to the redirect ACL configured on Cisco WLC. In the Cisco ISE Web UI top menu, hover over Policy and from the drop-down list that is displayed, choose Results from the Policy Elements section. In the left navigation pane that is displayed, expand Authorization and click Authorization Profile. In the Standard Authorization Profiles window that is displayed, click Add. In the Name field, enter the name of the authorization profile. From the Access Type drop-down list, choose Access Accept. Check the Web Direction checkbox and choose Centralized Web Auth from the drop-down list that is displayed. In the ACL field, enter the name of the redirect ACL configured earlier. For more information, refer to the video titled Configuring a Redirect ACL. Choose Default from the Redirect drop-down list. Scroll down and expand the Attribute Details section. You can observe here the redirect URL that is sent to the WLAN client. Click Submit. Wait for the successful notification message in the bottom right corner. This completes the creation and configuration of an authorization profile on Cisco ISE. This video shows you how to create an authorization policy on the Cisco ISE for guest users and an authorization policy for unknown MAC addresses or MAC Authentication Bypass or MAB. The first policy provides permit access to guest users. The second policy is for MAC Authentication Bypass or MAB for unknown MAC addresses. Ensure that the policy for MAB is below the policy for guest users. Note that the authorization policies in the video are only examples. In the Cisco ISE Web UI top menu, hover your mouse over Policy and from the drop-down list that is displayed, choose Authorization. In the Authorization Policy window, click the corresponding Edit button to modify an existing policy or click the Edit drop-down list and add a new row to create a new policy. In this video, a new row is added. Let us first create an authorization policy for guest users. In the rule name field, enter the name of the authorization policy. In the If Conditions field, click the plus sign. Now, click the Any drop-down arrow. In the Identity Groups dialog box that is displayed, click User Identity Groups. Select the identity group of choice. In the Then Conditions field, click the plus sign. Click the Select an Item drop-down arrow that is displayed. In the Profiles dialog box, choose Standard. In the Standard dialog box that is displayed, choose the authorization profile of your choice for guest users. In this video, we choose Permit Access. Click Done. Let us now create an authorization policy for MAC Authentication Bypass. Click the Edit drop-down list in the right to add a second row below the newly added policy. In the Rule Name field of the row, enter a name for the authorization policy. Select the conditions identifying MAC Authentication Bypass. This video uses the wired MAB or wireless MAB condition. Click the ANDS Conditions drop-down arrow. Click the Select Existing Condition from Library button. Now click the Condition Name drop-down arrow. In the Authorization Conditions dialog box, click Compound Conditions. Choose Wired MAB in the Compound Conditions dialog box. Click the drop-down arrow at the end of the row. From the drop-down list that is displayed, choose Add Condition from Library to add a second condition. From the AND or OR drop-down list, choose OR. In the new row that is added, click the Select Condition drop-down arrow. Now, add the wireless MAB condition. In the Then Conditions field, click the plus sign. Click the Select an Item drop-down arrow that is displayed. In the Profiles dialog box that is displayed, choose Standard. In the Standard dialog box that is displayed, choose the authorization profile configured earlier. For more information about this, refer to the video titled Configuring an Authorization Profile. Click the minus sign in the Then field to close the window. Click Done. Now scroll down and click Save. This completes the configuration of the required authorization policy.
This video shows you how to configure an access point for FlexConnect. In the Cisco WLC Web UI's top menu, click the Wireless tab. In the AP name column, click the access point of your choice. From the AP mode drop-down list, choose FlexConnect and click Apply. Under the FlexConnect tab, select the WLAN support checkbox and click Apply. This completes the configuration of an access point for FlexConnect. This video shows you how to configure a FlexConnect group, add access points to it, associate it with a FlexConnect redirect access control list, and map a WLAN to a VLAN. In the Cisco WLC Web UI's top menu, click the Wireless tab. In the left navigation pane, click FlexConnect Groups. Click New in the top right corner. In the FlexConnect Groups new window that is displayed, enter a name for the FlexConnect group. In the FlexConnect Groups window that is displayed, click the FlexConnect group created. Click the General tab. Click the Add APs button. Check the Select APs from the current controller checkbox. From the AP name drop-down list, select APs to be added to the FlexConnect group and click Add. In the ACL Mapping tab, click Policies. From the Policies ACL drop-down list, select the Redirect ACL configured earlier. For more information about the Redirect ACL that was created, refer to the video titled Configuring a FlexConnect Redirect Access Control List. Now click Add. Under the WLAN VLAN Mapping tab, enter the number of the WLAN ID. You can refer to the WLANs tab for this information. Enter the VLAN ID to which guest users should be mapped to, and click Add. The WLAN is now mapped to the VLAN ID. Click Apply. This completes the configuration of FlexConnect group.
This video shows you how to connect a WLAN client to a network configured on Cisco WLC for central web authentication. This video also shows you how to monitor such WLAN clients on Cisco WLC. Log into a client machine that is in proximity to an access point configured for Cisco WLC. Connect to the network configured using Cisco WLC for central web authentication. You can now monitor the connected WLAN client on Cisco WLC. In the Cisco WLC Web UI top menu, click the Monitor tab. In the left navigation pane, click Clients. In the Clients window that is displayed, you can see the connected WLAN clients and details such as IP address assigned to each client by the DHCP. Click the client MAC address of your choice to monitor the details of a specific client. Observe the Policy Manager State field to identify the state of the client connection. You can also observe the dynamic authentication URL and the pre-authentication ACL that the client has received. Now, log into the WLAN client again, open a browser window, and access the Internet. You will be directed to the web authentication page. In the Guest Portal window that is displayed, a guest user can register by entering a new username and password. If your ISE registration is successful, you will see this window displayed. You can now access the Internet using this browser window. Log in to the Cisco WLC and observe that the client state has changed to Run. This completes the video series that explains the configuration of central web authentication with a Cisco Wireless Controller and a Cisco ISE.